Hi, everybody, and welcome back. My name's Melissa, and this year's goal is to share 365 tips for frugal living so that you can stretch that dollar and pinch those pennies and try and get out of debt, make the most out of your life, save for a house, whatever it is your goals, personal goals are. I'm going to try and give you some tips for frugal living. So today I'm going to go through my hygiene routine. So hygiene is important. To some extent, we do need a certain amount of skincare, but also influencers are out there, marketing is out there, expensive products are out there, and their goal is to separate you from your money. And I mean, not that I'm against sponsorships, because I definitely, if I ever get to the point where I have enough subscribers and somebody wants to offer to sponsor a video or whatever, I'll definitely do that. But I'm definitely going to be careful on who it is. Like, you will never see me doing a Temu sponsorship or anything like that. But the thing is I see children, literal children. I remember I was in Ulta about a year and a half ago getting hair care products for my kid because they have coily hair. So they need more expensive products because it's a nightmare. Coily mixed texture hair. Everything from like 3B to 4A is in their hair. It's a nightmare. Anyways, I digress. Oh, and they have a ponytail this thick. So, all that said, I pared down my skincare routine years ago. And I've done everything from natural combined coconut oil with castor oil and use that as a face wash with like hot water or hot washcloth and kind of like a mini facial kind of a thing to simple soaps and everything. But I kind of feel like I found this nice even ground where I have a mix of slightly more expensive products and slightly more affordable products. My super expensive product is this. It's Shea Radiance. It's unscented body butter, and I absolutely love it. I love the way my skin feels, but it's really expensive, and you can see it's not going to go far, especially when you want to use it on your entire body. So instead of using this every day, I use it once a week during the summer max and 1 to 2 times a week during the winter, depending how much I need, because we all know skin gets drier in the winter. But instead of just using this, most days I use this. This is the Good & Gather Target brand sensitive fragrance-free lotion. Most of my stuff you'll see, if fragrance-free is an option, that is the option I'm going to go for. I don't like synthetic fragrances. I'm allergic to a lot of them. I'll break out in rashes. Like when I was a teenager, I tried Bath & Body Works. I ended up with migraines, occasional vomiting, and I ended up with open sores because I am that allergic to it. So I don't use Bath and Body Works, and I when I'm around it, it's horrible. I get sick. I get migraines. I'm miserable. I get congested. I can't use it. So I always opt, because I am so sensitive to fragrances in general, for fragrance free. So this I started using a few years ago. It had a different bottle. I think I might still have. So this is the bottle it originally came in. And I got it because it was like $2. So I was like, why not try it? I was looking for a generic Aveeno option and couldn't find it. I was at Target and this was like $2. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And it's 20.3 ounces. I think it was a little bigger when I first got it, but we'll just stick with this. Then 6 months later, it was, in 2023 to 2024, it went up, in the end of 2023 to like fall of 2023, it went to $3. And then by the beginning of 2024, end of 2023, it was $4 a bottle. And now they have this for $4 something a bottle. It's 20 ounces. It's a little different. And that's what they switched to. But still, $4 something a bottle, and I'm going to get more use out of it. Yes, I do have to use more than the body butter because it's not as thick, but it is thicker than the other one was, and so it does stretch a little bit further than the old one did. So that's one way I stretch my lotion. The other way is I use coconut oil. These are like $5 a jar. The one thing I'm going to tell you with coconut oil, be careful how much you use and how you use it, because if you use too much, let's say it's summer and you slather it on your legs and then you sit on the sofa, you could stain and ruin your sofa. You are wearing oil, so don't forget that. It's great, love it, but you are essentially wearing oil. However, I am going to, my goal in the future is to figure out how to make this. So that's my lotion routine. Deodorant, I use the Arm & Hammer deodorant. This is $2 a container. Highly recommend it. It's great for women. It's unscented. Do not recommend it for men. I bought it for my teenage son and it did not do its job on him. However, you will sometimes find it in the men's section over the women's section. If you prefer scented, they do have some scents that are also more affordable. It does have aluminum. I can't stand the texture of aluminum free. It makes my armpits feel funny, so I have to use this. And I have tried a variety of them. I've tried Tom's, I've tried Lume, I've tried the Crystal one time when I was in Florida. This is my favorite deodorant ever, and it's affordable. So highly recommend. $2 a container. A more expensive container I use is the Gold Bond Friction Stick. This is great if you're a hiker. I do not have thigh gaps, so it definitely helps with that. Then for my face lotion, I just use this Cetaphil Gentle Clear. It's around $10 a bottle. Yes, it's kind of expensive to me because it's more expensive than the $5 bottles that I see in the store. But it's not the $50 bottles that you're going to get at Ulta or Sephora or $100 bottles. And there's no reason you need it. Wrinkle creams do not work. It is a fallacy to sell you more wrinkle creams. They're not going to perform miracles. They're not going to help like you think. And they're not necessary, especially if you're a child. If you're a child, stop buying wrinkle cream. And if you're a parent, stop buying it for your child. They don't need it. They do not need a $50 wrinkle cream to prevent wrinkles. It is not necessary. You need a moisturizer, you need a soap. I use a toner. I use this every day in the summer. Probably I'd say every 2 to 3 days in the winter because it does dry my skin, but I do have a problem with too much oil. So that's that. Currently, this is my face wash. I normally use the Cetaphil, but I got this for two something, just under $3 a bottle. I got 2 bottles of them. They were like 90% off, I think 95% off. So it was actually cheaper because it's also a bigger bottle than my Cetaphil. So it lasted long. It's going to last longer. It lasts longer. And so I use that. And then just in case anybody's wondering, there's like little bubbles in it. I don't ever feel any grit in it, but it looks like there's grit in the bottle. I'm not contributing to microplastics with my little things. It's just the way it looks in the bottle. They're little bubbles because it's more of like a jelly texture. For hair care, oh, sorry, I almost forgot. Last body wash step. Soap. These, you can get this for $2 at Trader Joe's. It's $1 a bar. I highly recommend bar soap. If you're not near a Trader Joe's, I'm sorry. I highly recommend finding a place you can. If you're within an hour of Trader Joe's, find a time when you're going to be there anyways and just pick up a bunch of them at once. That definitely helps. That's what I do because I'm like 45 minutes from my Trader Joe's, but I have a friend who lives 10 minutes from there. So if I'm going to go up and see my friend, I just plan to do it at a time where I can stop either before or after and grab my bar soap because that way it's already done. And then I think I use, this is just water, but I also have this conditioner that I use as a spray-on conditioner for my hair. And then I use this, I think is like $10, $15 at Sally's. I have had this for a few months now, and it's only like half gone. You don't need to use a ton. I do only wash my hair 2 to 3 times a week. It depends on how dry it is. This is one of my few scented products. It's heavily scented, but I actually kind of like it because since I use so many unscented or low scent products, a lot of scents cling to me. And sometimes when I'm places, that scent clings to me and then it bugs me, and then, I'm like that close to meltdown. It's not fun. And then I just use this generic, which is also the same as I use the generic detangler too. And I got one, two, three products for 20 or four products for 30 or something like that. Anyways, I got them. They were less than $10 each because I got them on sale. And I use the Maui shampoo. And that works for me. You don't need incredibly expensive products. My caveat is going to be if you have coily hair, or if you're anything 3B or above, you're going to need to spend the money on products frequently, because and even curly and wavy hair needs some sort of moisture, but you can kind of get away with a more generic Sally's line frequently. But the more textured your hair is, like the thicker it is, the denser it is, the more likely you're going to be to get like those mats and those tangles that just they can get rough. My kid's ponytail's like that thick. So it is, in mixed texture hair, it can be difficult, and you are going to need to spend the money on more like oils and stuff. But spending so much money on your hair care when you can find a simple routine, I'm not saying don't spend any money. And if you have the money to buy salon products, I mean, great for you, but a lot of us don't. So I recommend, like, look at Sally's, see if you can find something that's in between a high-level salon product for your hair and a drugstore generic product. Find something in between that works for your hair. Some of the generic products work for my hair. I also tried the generic shampoo. That didn't work for my hair. That's why I went back to the Maui, which is ironically a drugstore brand. You don't need, I mean, there's some really good drugstore brands of skincare that are pretty reasonable. Neutrogena, I really like. Cetaphil, I really like. I think I've tried CeraVe and had some good luck with it. Aveeno has some more expensive lines for dry skin that I really like, but those are like $20-$30 a product. I do have one of my splurge items. I actually got this for like $1 something. It's the Oil of Olay Sensitive, but it's made with colloidal oatmeal. And I use it. It's meant for your whole face, but I use it around my eyes. And it's because I have sensitive eyes. And I accidentally have gotten this in my eye multiple times. And it doesn't sting and it doesn't burn. So I highly recommend that. So today's tip, and I know it's been kind of a long explanation and a lot. Oh, and I almost forgot. Don't buy baby powder, use cornstarch. So today's tip is find products that are affordable that work. Don't instantly think that you need that expensive product from Ulta or Sephora. When influencers are telling you, don't forget, when they're telling you, oh my gosh, this product does miracles. And I mean, granted, there's some out there who are actual like professional makeup artists. And I've seen some of them who they're professional makeup artists and they'll say, this foundation works great for me, but it's not going to work for this person or that person because all of our skin is different. And so they'll straight out say it's not necessarily for everyone. And those people I think are great and all. But remember that a lot of influencers out there who are saying, oh, I have to start my day with this $50 moisturizer. They're doing it because they are going to make money through sponsorships, through affiliate marketing. You don't need to have the most expensive products. You just need clean and moisturized skin that looks decent. So quit buying into the marketing and nonsense that you aren't good enough. You are good enough. You do need to be clean, but you don't need to be spending $100 and some, $200 and some or more on hygiene a month. Find ways to cut the cost little bit by little bit. Pare down your products, use your favorites once a week, and substitute with cheaper products the other time. Anyways, thank you so much. Again, my name is Melissa, and this year, I'm going to be sharing 365 tips for frugal living. So if you want to learn more about how to stretch that dollar and pinch those pennies, please hit like and subscribe, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.